Hi, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. I have with me today a very, very special guest, and she has been on an amazing spiritual journey, and I want her to share it with all of you. So please welcome Annabella from Source Healing. Hey.
Hello, beautiful friends.
Hello, hello. How
Hello,
you
hello.
doing?
So well, so well. Thank you so much for inviting
Oh,
me on your show and to be part of your community. Hello, everybody.
yeah. No, it was absolutely a pleasure to invite you. And it's amazing how when we are spirit led, how things happen exactly when they're supposed to. Because I had thought to reach out to you much earlier, and the message that I got was not yet, not yet. I thought, okay, fine. And then the other day, the message was, okay, send out an email. And you responded immediately.
Yeah, it
And
was
it was like,
perfect.
that was that was the time.
It
That
was
was
so perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. And as far as like divine timing with all of this, I wanted to like figure out how to post all this and everything else. And it wasn't until I sat down and logged on for our behind stage chat. And all of a sudden, I was clearly guided on how to get this on my channel. And it happened in like nanoseconds.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's as quickly as as it happens.
Yeah.
So, want to say hello to Gemstone Rhapsody, who is one of my subscribers. Amanda Carroll is here. Hello, Amanda
Hi,
Carroll.
Amanda.
And Tiffany is here. Debbie No is here. Thank you guys for joining us. Martha Bean. Hey, Martha Bean. And we're just going to chat for a little while and let a few more folks come in here.
Nice.
Um, and then we will ask Annabella to do a little light language invocation to kind
Yeah.
of set the stage for everyone. And sit back, folks, because this is going to be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, just trust me on this.
Yeah, my guides say open up your heart space, open up to receive for your highest and greatest good. And I'm always recommended to share with people to do this anytime you're engaging with any kind of transmission, whether it's a TV show or another YouTube stream transmission or
Yeah,
radio, no matter what it is, to just take a moment and say, I open up to receive for my highest and greatest good. Because our intentions are where it's at. Nothing can get through our intentions. If our intentions are pure and clear and clean, that's all we need.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because you know what? One of the things that people sometimes don't grasp properly is that we are all magnificent manifestors. We manifest what we believe.
Mhm.
So if you want to manifest something good, quickest way, have good positive thoughts and be grateful.
Mhm.
If on the other hand you like to kind of stay a little bit in the negative things, or you look at things from the negative perspective, the universe will always prove you right.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're anticipating that, oh, I've got this job interview, you know what, I don't think I'm qualified, I don't think I'm going to get the job,
Then they're
you're
like,
right.
great. Then we'll make that happen for you. Yeah.
Yes.
What you
Yeah.
think and you believe. Our mind puts off an electrical frequency and our heart puts off a magnetic frequency. So whatever we're thinking and feeling, we're sending out an EMF that the
Yes.
universe is like, okay, cool, let's do that. And we could have the most magical things aligned for ourselves, but then we go through that old moment of, yeah, but maybe I'm not worthy. And the universe is like, pull it back, pull it back.
Yeah.
Not worthy is radiating over here.
Yeah.
So one of the things my teams told me back in the day, I had seen a Neville Goddard got our transmission, and it was about speaking to, isn't it wonderful every morning? And when you say that, you automatically like,
Yeah.
you radiate that. Isn't it wonderful? And then I asked my guides, I was like, give me something else. And I woke up one morning and I was like, everything is turning out far better than I could possibly imagine. And that's it. Like,
Yes.
just speaking these things into the air is like, that's your vibe. And the
Absolutely.
universe is responding to that. We are magical creators.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Proven right at every opportunity. So it's, yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So, hello, Hypnicity from Washington State. Hey, Witchy Gardens is here. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, Amber says, yeah, great advice. It,
Mm,
it is. Honestly, it really, truly is. You know, when it's funny how people say, well, it can't be that simple. It is.
it is.
It
It
really, really
is.
is. Okay. So, you know what? Let's if when as other people join us, they're going to join us when they're supposed to, and that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're watching us live, thank you. If you're watching us in replay, thank you. You are seeing this exactly when you're meant to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So, having said that, did you want to do
Yeah. Love to
absolutely
set the
little light
stage for
language
light language.
incantation?
So I do speak light language. It's for those of you that don't know, it's pretty much a galactic, cosmic, divine transmission that comes through my vessel from the higher light that I am in the higher fields. And it's a combination of these lights, and it's a translayered transmission. So it's very, very layered. And it comes through my voice, my hands, and my eyes. And I can do this in front of a group of 1,000 people, and everyone will receive something different.
Yep.
It's the safest medicine, if you will, that can be received, because it's light and it's divine light, and the intention behind it is so pure. So with that said, for the highest and the greatest good of all, ra mete laha shature shatura shatele he moite laha ya moite laha ata ra mete laha mashakature ra mete laha matu ya shatutu tu 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 re laha ya moite laha shature ra mete lahe moite te ra mete la hamatik ure matik ra muite shakata ra wonderful.
Absolutely.
You'll see a lot of that, like, kind of twitching. I can't do it on my own, but my body does some very interesting things, and it's just the cosmic light coming through. And my vessel is coming online right now. And so I'll speak to that for a moment. I've been in an accelerated clearing because of my aspect of the divine plan, the divine
Yes.
mission. And so this coming online is, I'm being welcomed into the collective consciousness, and my teams, like all these different aspects of my higher self are like readily available, and
Yes.
I'm working hand in hand with them. So this coming online is just incredibly powerful light, levels of light that are now being expressed through this vessel, that are just, it's a lot. So you'll see my human vessel doing some interesting things, and that's just what that is. It's the light, and my
Exactly.
my body, like, learning how to hold that light, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, I agree with Gemstone Rhapsody. It was the body chills, and I can particularly feel it in my throat and in my jaw.
Nice.
And I think that's this is an expression of my truth, and
Mm,
I have to be able to live that truth.
mm,
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, sometimes
absolutely.
people will get like really sleepy when the light language comes through. And
Yes.
and what's happening there is that our conscious mind kind of gets like shut down so that we're not going like, hey, what's she saying? Or we're trying to like figure it out. It just sort of shuts us down so the light can be received without any distortions. Because again, everything we're thinking and feeling is another frequency. So if we kind of
Yes.
get shut down, then it allows these codes to come through, which is basically different configurations of light, like how we have letters that make words that make
Yeah.
sentences like that. So that's what codes are, like the light being formatted in different configurations. So yeah,
Exactly.
there will be a
Yeah.
little of that. And then sometimes we do get those different sensations, different chakras are getting tuned up or cleaned
Yes.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Absolutely. Oh, totally get it. Totally get it. And Witchy Gardens, do not apologize, sweetheart. We will be taking questions. Um, and I'd actually pin the comment and saying, yeah, if you have any, once we're kind of, when we get to that portion of the show, um, if you have any spiritual type questions, feel free to put them in all caps. Be specific and only ask one question. Okay, that way we can tune into it and kind of get a good perspective. But yeah, you are more than welcome to ask questions. Yeah. So now we should explain that when I first met you, uh, yeah, we were both on Val's Dragonfly Crystals channel, and your name at the time was Heather,
Yes.
and you were still doing the light language and kind of working on it, and then things kind of spirit said, hold on, we got something
Yep.
else in mind.
Yep, they
So
did.
yeah, so what happened after, yeah, after you were on with us at that time?
It was basically like real shortly after that. And I'm also part of like another group that I just love, No Limit Society. It's one of Bentinho Massaro's groups, and he's a wonderful teacher. And I just love being around people that are really devoted to the journey, like no nonsense people
Yes.
that are really committed. So I'm part of that. And I know these are my people. And then I got a message one day to leave that group. And I was like, what? Like this, what? Excuse me? Like, these are my people. You told me
Yeah.
that. And they're like, no, 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 no. We need you to open up your bandwidth and just be ready for what's to come. And they've been leaning me into being in flow and being present and in the moment. So I just had to trust, So I
Yeah.
dropped out of that group and opened up my bandwidth. And then all of a sudden, major source projects started showing up. So yeah, let me back up and slow down a moment. So I was living in a community house at the time. Um, and three of my roommates and I won't go into all the details because it was just like a bazillion synchronicities.
Yeah.
And three of my roommates and I were fully divinely orchestrated to start a business called Resource Earth Services. And our first aspect of that is resource composting. And I live in a very rural area. And
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. We're starting a composting business. And from there, just one thing led to another. And it was a lot of time to clear and be empty, just to get
Yeah.
empty. I spent like months camping alone, off grid on the land, and just being one with nature, bathing in natural waters and drinking spring water, and just
Nice.
being really available. And so a whole bunch of things happened between then and now, but then about, I don't know, maybe a month ago, I'm not very sure about time. It's not really a thing for me anymore.
Yeah.
um yeah, but so I was getting ready to go to sleep, like literally in bed, curled up, had already done all my breathing and everything. And it was like, grab a piece of paper and a pen. So I did, and I started writing and I got connected. And then I wrote down Annabella. And I was like, Annabella? And then I went to like cross it out. And then I wrote Annabella again. And I was like, Annabella. And I knew my soul name, if you will, was going to be coming through, or at least the name that I would be embodying for my journey forward.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I was like, is this my name? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, huh. And I kind of had a moment where I was like, really? This is it?
I
Like,
was
I don't,
thinking maybe Rachel
yeah,
or
I don't know. Like, I didn't know what I expected it to be, but I did
yeah.
sort of have that moment. And my guides were like, look it up. And I'll read to you what it says. It says, favored grace, lovable, eluding ethereal beauty, and gift of God. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I had like the remembrance moment, and it was like, oh, yes,
Yes.
this is it. This is what I'm doing. And then I was told, you're going to embody this immediately. And I have from that moment forward. And honestly, I do not resonate with the name Heather anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really exciting to me. Yeah. Mm,
Perfect.
so good.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. And I was sharing with you, yeah, there a a particular moment, and I think it was about the beginning of this year. I'm like you say, time is just, it doesn't mean what I think it means. Anyway, um, I was fast asleep and I got woken up to someone very loudly saying Alara. And I woke up with a start and it was like, oh my gosh, I recognize that name, but that's not my name. My name is Marina. And then it was, no, Alara. And I got a sense of an image of a woman in all white, very, very loving expression on her face. And it's funny because she reminded me of a British actress, just the look. Oh gosh, and now her name totally has gone out of my head, but she kind of had that appearance about her. And so I'm thinking, okay, where's this name coming from? And I remember hearing, that's your Lemurian name. That's a name that you
Mm,
were given. And I'm getting whole body shivers as I mentioned it.
yeah.
Yeah. And so yes, Viviani remembered that. Yeah. And um I was chatting about it in one of the shows, and I said, this is weird. And at the same time, I could hear there was knocking at the side of the house. And I kind of looked out the window because I'm, elevated. It's not like I'm on the ground floor. And there wasn't anything there. I couldn't see anybody. And so I went back to sleep, and it happened again. And again, I'm checking, nothing. It happened a third time. And that I kind of sat up and I went, okay, fine. You want to play? Let's play. So I knocked on my wall at the same spot where the noise was, or the knock was coming from, and it stopped. And I thought, okay, you just want to know if I'm receiving. Yeah, I'm receiving. I got you. We can do this.
Hmm.
Um, and then, yeah, in the chat, somebody suggested that I look up Alara and what it meant. And I was blown away. I was blown away, and I had to write it down. It means, in Arabic, it is she who speaks from the heart, and also what makes the heart beautiful.
Hmm.
And I thought, oh, with the heart centered tarot, heart being part of it, totally, totally, absolutely makes sense.
Hmm.
And in the Turkish, Armenian, and Persian backgrounds, it means the water fairy.
Mm.
And again, I thought, well, of course it means water fairy, because in this lifetime, yeah, the name that I was given, or the name that I chose, was Marina, which when you look up the meaning of it is from the sea.
Yeah.
So it's like everything just kind of went full circle,
Yeah.
right? So it was just amazing,
Yeah.
amazing how we get to the point where um, it's not so much that we're learning something new, it's that we're
Mhm.
remembering what we knew.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Yep.
what we knew.
Yep.
Yeah,
Indeed.
totally. So yeah, just amazing. So now um you're totally, are you still doing the same thing? Or are you kind of in a
Um, so I'm
different
back
direction?
with my group, my NLS group. I'm back with them. It's No Limit Society, which
Yeah.
is suiting, very suiting. Um, I'm back with them, and I work with a number of different people that are doing what we do. And let me just tune in and make sure this wants to come through a certain
Okay.
way. So, like, I help to activate beings of light like us here in the field, activating higher light programs. So there's different configurations of people that hold different codes that
Yes.
somehow the light comes through this vessel and it helps to activate these other beings, and then boom, these different higher light programs get activated into the field. When I say the field, I mean like the earth is, I call that the field. That's our field currently. Um, so I do work in that aspect. And I've been saying to spirit, like, I'm so ready to put off a new light language, and they're like, nope, that's not for you right now. So the
Yeah.
other thing that I do post on social media is I have an Instagram that I post beautiful pictures from nature and guided little tidbits on those that are very supportive to our journey. And again, none of them are locked in time. So you could even go to my
Yeah.
page. Oh, did I? Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, you froze temporarily. That's okay. That's okay. No panic.
So anyway, there's that. But otherwise, I am in the flow state. So I don't know what's next. Like, I didn't know where we were going to have this call until like 20 minutes before the call. Then it
Yeah.
was like, okay, go to this location.
Yeah.
So I just don't really know what's coming up next, and I'm not supposed to know because I have a tendency to rush things,
Yeah.
and that doesn't serve. Everything needs to happen in divine timing. So I'm to stay in the moment. And yeah,
Perfect. Perfect.
yeah.
And yeah, LNR said that interesting that Annabella Rose's birth name was also connected to the earth. While she no longer resonates with the name, it is still a name that honors the earth.
Mm,
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, it's Scottish wildflower. And I
Mm-hmm.
was born into a Scottish descent, if you will, first generation American. So there's that.
Perfect.
Another interesting thing that I feel called to mention with the journey for me is that I express differently now. Like in that period of months where I, kind of dipped out of
Yep.
everything to open up the bandwidth, um, I wore different clothes. I dressed like completely differently. I wore a lot of ball caps. And one day I got up and I was like, oh, I don't, I don't want to wear any of that. And then spirit was like, don't go buying things. Don't do that. We've got you covered. And so
Yeah.
then I went through all my things very mindfully and okay, I love this. You served me well, but I don't resonate with you anymore. Gave away a ton of stuff.
Yep.
And then like the next day I was called to the thrift store and like scored the most amazing pieces for next to nothing. Like gorgeous
Yeah.
blouses, all the right colors, scarves and skirts, and it's just like a whole
Yeah.
new embodiment for me. So it's just
Perfect.
really
That's
exciting.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Guys, if you want to know how to connect with Annabella, go down in the description of the video, and at the bottom, under September the 8th, you'll see I've got a little bit of information about her and also the link to her YouTube channel. So go to her YouTube channel, and you are able to, connect all the different things, to her Instagram account and anything else that she's got going. And while you're there, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Please, because there's, these are messages that, excuse me, that we all need to hear. They may not always resonate with us the moment we hear them, but they form part of the memory, and there will come a time when you can remember it again and go, okay,
Yeah.
now I get it. Now I know how this happened.
Totally.
So make sure that you do that. And
if you head on over there, you will see the transformation that I've gone through in the past few years. It's remarkable. And then with that said, all the light language that is uploaded on YouTube, you'll also hear my dialect change throughout time. However, it's important to share that the potency of these transmissions, they are incredibly potent. They are timeless transmissions, and there's something there for wherever you are at in the journey. So you can just scroll on through if you feel called to it. Not here to convince or talk anyone into anything. So, but if you feel called to it, and also a really cool thing that I was guided to do throughout the times is there's a lot of nature videos on there. So if you are in a city, or if you're just feeling like you just need to calm down and get into nature, but you can't, there are videos there for you. They're called Source Healing, and they're amazing. They're amazing. I love them. It's like creeks and just good stuff. Sunrises, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah. Excellent things. And thank you, Mimi Nee. She said, I just subscribed.
Oh, thanks, dear.
Thank you. Hold on.
Some throat chakra clearing going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for your service.
And and I'm going to start to sneeze. That's okay.
Bless you. Just think of all the blessings you're getting when you're sneezing like this.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So do have a few questions that I've got starred. Hello, Sally. Welcome. I got your question. And let's go to some of the questions, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And we'll we'll take it from there. So there we go, Sally. And Sally would like to know, how is my connection with animals related to my soul's purpose?
I'm immediately getting, first off, that the animals are helping they're working with you, because the animals are connected to the divine, and the divine can work through the animals. So there's that aspect of it. But I sense and feel that there's more like to your purpose and what's coming up for you.
Yeah.
What are you getting?
Yeah, that if you sit within the energy of the animal and just allow yourself to hear whatever it is trying to tell you, don't rationalize it. Don't try to make sense of it. Don't filter it through the ego. Just let the message come in. And I think you'll find that, you're working very, very closely with the animals and the animal realm. Right. So yeah, absolutely. That's what I get. I will pull a card, and just want to say a great, huge, big thank you to Spirit Watcher Suzanne, who gifted me with this wonderful
Oh,
deck, Mystical Wisdom.
I love those cards.
Yes. And it's just all the messages. I used them earlier today, and yeah, really, really um, resonated with it. So Sally says, yeah, I get a little freaked by it. Don't be. There's nothing to fear. The universe will never, ever, ever put you in harm's way. Ever.
And you won't
So,
ever receive something that you're not ready for.
yes. Okay. Uh, and what I got, the card was creative wonderment.
Hmm.
And that says, yeah, follow your passion. So follow your passion, Sally. If it's with animals, then yeah, just go with it. Just
Yeah.
go with it because that's where you're supposed to be. Okay,
Yeah. And do it really easily. Like you don't have to anchor into like, okay, this is what I'm going to do because it's like kind of follow the breadcrumb trail of excitement. So right now, if this is the part of it that feels really exciting, then go with that. And if that fizzles out and you feel called to do something else for a little while, then go with that. And it's not going to be a straight line, but
Yeah,
trust this.
yeah, absolutely. And hello, Fatima. I'm so glad you're here. Witchy Garden, sweetheart. I just, I am so, so sorry to hear that. Um, because I remember how excited we all were. Um, so
Hmm.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just
Sorry
sending
to
you
hear that,
lots and
Nicole.
lots of good love, light energy, and sometimes okay, this what I am being guided to share with you is there are sometimes souls who have a mission in this earthly plane that they are unable to fulfill, and sometimes they make a decision that they need to transition before it's their time,
Mhm.
and those souls need to they need to have that fulfillment of what it is that they were meant to do, regardless of the form that it takes. There is a message in there.
Mhm.
So although it is painful to miscarry, just know that you were a vehicle for someone else being, oh, and I'm getting shivers, for someone else to be able to fulfill that portion of their life, that or that lesson that they gave away or gave up on too early.
Hmm.
So I I hope that helps. I hope that you understand what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
So and yeah,
Yes,
yes, darling.
indeed. Yes, indeed, you will be able to carry children or have a child. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. When the time is right. And also, I'm getting strongly that this being carried a very powerful light and was doing some womb healing while you were pregnant. So this was divinely orchestrated and yeah, there was massive amounts of healing that happened within your womb space and your energetic fields by carrying this soul. Mm.
Yes, absolutely.
Sending you big love, girl.
Yeah. And the card that I got was the Angel of Miracles.
Oh, and look at the
Look at
baby.
the baby.
Oh.
And I'm not just saying this to kind of be out there woo woo, but I'm getting full body shivers on this. And the message on the bottom is open your heart and expect a miracle.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Ab- Absolutely. Absolutely. This is,
Yep.
yeah.
And the child you will be bringing through is here to do great work. And
Yeah.
I know this is hard, dear. I know this is very hard. I too miscarried a child at 4.5 months. But the child that you just lost was helping to set the space for this child that you will be bringing into the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this child that will be yours uh, is here to be of great service. This is
Absolutely.
exciting. So sorry about your loss, but please remember that
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Uh, Hold on here. Where am I? Where am I? Because I kind of jumped things around a little bit. So let's go to it to to where we were. Okay. Tiffany would like to know. She says, "I've been thinking a lot, really, on what to do next in my spiritual path,
Hmm.
and you will determine that. You know how you're being led and where you're being led. Don't fight it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If the message is that you're going to be working with a pendulum, pick up a pendulum. Even if it doesn't initially resonate with you, just go on that faith. When we show the universe that we have faith in what they're telling us, then more things come in to confirm that yes, you're hearing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, yeah, in your spiritual path, what wherever you're led to go, give it a try. Go there. Just go there. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
And
and
then
trust
see what
trust
happens.
that the guidance is here. It's coming. And when we like release that, it's almost resistance of when we want to know something so much, we don't we don't
Yeah.
allow it to come in almost. So when you get to that space where you're like, okay, I know I'm going to be shown, and then you'll get really excited about something and it doesn't have to make any sense. Whatever that is, that's your next step.
Yep.
Follow that excitement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, thank you all for being here and sharing part of your Friday evening with us. I really appreciate it. And I know Annabella does too. So yeah, absolutely. Okay. And Martha Bean, does spirit want me using my pendulum?
I'm getting that we support this. Please set clear intentions, always clear intentions to receive for your highest and greatest good. Just connecting with your team, your higher
Yeah.
self. Hmm.
Yeah.
Stay really grounded. And something's coming through about seeking energy, um, to like trust that you're being guided. So if you're using it a lot to like, oh, I want to make sure, I want to make sure, then that's kind of not what they're want you to use it for. Um, this
Yeah.
is going to be, yeah, a tool you'll be guided to use. So to not get like dependent upon it, you are being guided. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't need to go there every time.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Now, the card that I pulled was owl. And the
Mm.
message of the owl is to follow your intuition. Okay. So I think the pendulum is not telling you untruths. The pendulum is being honest with you sometimes it's our own interpretation of what we're getting that, where you may ask a question, and you already have a predetermined answer in your mind. So that's why it comes across as kind of being untruthful. Like, oh, am I going to get this job? Am I going to get this job? I know. I probably not going to get it. But see, oh yeah, see, and the pendulum is saying, yeah, I'm going to get it, and I know I'm not. It's
Yeah, again, this comes back to that what we're radiating. So if
yeah,
there's a concern that you might not get a clear message, then you just open that door. And it
yeah,
is responding to your energy and your beliefs.
yeah, yeah.
You
So
nailed it.
I know one of the things that I will often do when I'm using my pendulum is, before I even start using it, I will say, I expect that I'm going to be given the truth, whatever the truth might be. And yeah, reveal to me what I need to know now and keep from me what needs to remain secret. It's okay. And let the pendulum know that I appreciate the messages that you're giving me, and I trust that the messages you're giving me are for my highest good, right? And I've had it sometimes where I put it up, and it wants to give an answer, but it's just vibrating on the bottom,
Yeah.
and that's one of those. Yeah, you're not supposed to know yet.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than try to make it happen, just say, okay, I trust that. I'm
And
not supposed to.
you can even start by going into it saying, should I be asking the question now?
Yeah, yeah,
Because spirit
absolutely.
spirit already knows what you're going in to ask.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Okay. And Hypnicity says, I've recently discovered a new Claire with my vision and find I'm very worn out. Ah, yes, yes. It is something that absolutely does happen to light workers. And that I don't know why these cards, I keep them together, and yet some of them want to turn backwards. Okay. All
And as
right.
far as getting tired after channeling, I do not. And I just have a very unique blueprint, and I'm encoded to carry great light through this vessel. So it hasn't been something that I've ever run into. However, I do work with a few others that get incredibly worn out. But Spirit's saying also that this could have to do with what we've been ingesting. Like sugar is so toxic that will tire you out when you're trying to channel because the light is rubbing up against that. It's just not conducive.
Yeah.
Sugar is not conducive to channeling. And also another message that's coming through strongly is whatever we have, like honestly, even physical items, if we have a bunch of clutter and a bunch of things, a closet full of clothes we're not wearing, or, a bunch of knickknacks that we don't really care about, or boxes in storage, our light is attached to that. And that can tire us out when we're trying to channel because our light is just spread out all over the place.
Yep.
So there might be something
Mm-hmm.
that you need to clean out, lovingly
Yeah.
release.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And um, the other thing too is, um, it is okay for you to have a conversation with spirit and to set boundaries and to say that, you know what, this is all new to me. I'm learning. I'm willing to work with you. Uh, could you just not deliver the messages uh, so strongly, or maybe deliver the messages with a little more compassion for this human body, because this human body reacts in a certain way. And spirit will absolutely do that with you.
Mhm,
Um, they will absolutely honor those those things. So
mhm.
I hope that helps.
Yeah.
I hope that helps. Okay. And Mimi Nee says, can we do a healing tonight?
Yeah, and we currently are doing an incredible healing right now as we speak. Um, this is
Yeah.
why, like, I don't know if in the beginning of the call I mentioned to do like open up your heart space
Yes.
to receive for your highest and greatest good. Because when light workers get together like this, it is a healing. There is a healing happening right now. We're all sharing a field. So anything you've cleared, that's working on me. Anything I've cleared is working on you. So all of our frequencies are coming into coherence right now as we speak, whether you're watching this live or it's on a recording. This is a
Yep.
field we have created together, and it is a healing field.
Yep. Absolutely. Perfect. And Viviani would like to know a message about her soul's purpose. Hello, Sharon Saip. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Patricia. Uh, Viviani, you're a teacher. Your
Yeah.
job is to share knowledge.
Yeah, self-realization came in first and then the teacher aspect. So as you come online to your own truth and your own self-realization, you hold that and that's what you'll be radiating and teaching moving forward. You already
Absolutely
are. You already are fulfilling your purpose just by being here in the field. Make no mistake.
amazing. And the card that I pulled is friendship.
Hmm.
And that's, yeah, you are a valuable part of this community. And I hope that you realize that. Um, and the message at the bottom of this one is nurture your relationships. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's where things come in for you. Is you're very good at putting people together, um, kind of introductions, and don't discount the stories that you have to tell because there's messages in some of the stories. Yeah,
Your team right now is saying that there's you hold frequency that's in your beingness, that's why you're here. You hold great light, that's why you chose to be here and take this on. And so when you're speaking, whether you're speaking to somebody at the grocery store, your frequency is going out there. So it's coming through. A lot of your healing is coming through your voice. Doesn't have to be light language. Even when you're singing in the car, you're actually radiating frequencies and codes into the field through your own heart space of singing something you love.
absolutely. Yeah, and yes, I want to mention these again. I just got these cards today. Um, they were a gift from Spirit Watcher Suzanne. She sent them out to me. Mystical Wisdom. I can't tell you how, when I opened the package and got these cards and started looking at them, and I thought, yes, absolutely. Like they're speaking to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
They're
that's what
also
they are.
those cards are really magical too because of the artwork on them is very detailed. And
Yes,
if you're an intuitive reader, you can come right to that card and your eye will go to something,
yes,
when you're doing the one reading, and then your eye will go to something else in another reading, and that will help you to intuit what the message that spirit is
absolutely.
trying to give you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's me. Okay. Uh whoops. Karen, let me just do that and try to get to as many questions as we can. Okay. So there's your life purpose. Thanks for asking, Viviani. Okay. Rebecca, may I have a message from my guides and angels? They have been playing with me lately, making me laugh. They do that.
Laughter is very healing. We were talking about that
Yeah.
backstage too, about,
Yeah.
yeah, about the guides having a sense of humor and being really playful and having us
Yeah.
laugh. We
Yeah.
affect their beingness by us being in joy. We affect them. And so, yeah, it's really fun. And they're bridging the gap too by, intimately playing with you like that. That's so cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's
So
see
yeah,
if
they're
you want to say
um,
their card. This is
yeah.
exciting.
Listen to the messages and just go with it, because sometimes they're absolutely hilarious. They really, really are. And I'm reminded, one of the readings I did, I think it was yesterday, as a matter of fact, um, where someone had asked about messages from her mom and dad, and her mom stepped forward right away. And the what I got from the guides, which I considered her to be a guide, was, okay, just wait your turn. I know you're anxious. I know you're anxious. And it was like she wanted to talk, and I have things to say. Your dad can't speak to you right now. He's busy. And it's that kind of that humor that they bring across.
Hmm.
So yeah, absolutely. And yeah, message from your guides and angels. Oh, opportunity knocks. Go for
Mm.
it. So, Rebecca, whatever you have been thinking of and you've been contemplating about doing something, by all means, go ahead, do it on faith, right? And absolutely, yeah, you'll get there.
Faith it till you make it.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Fatima would like to know, wondering what happened in one week. Um, I think if I'm getting this properly, is you'd like to know what's going to happen over the next week. Um, yeah, I think it feels like kind of a very, very broad question, Fatima, and I think that there are a few things that are coming at you. Okay. I got epiphany, see clearly. So the situation that oh, what happened in one week? Okay, Fatima says she lost the job. All right, that explains a little more. It's This is one of those situations where you're kind of the fall person. Um, they the people who were doing the hiring and the entertainment purposes only, they had someone in mind for that position, and that person wasn't available when they wanted them to start. So you were kind of the gap person. That Yeah, you're hired, you're in there, everything is going fine. They get things done in the interim, and then yeah, when the other person is available, that's when they said, yeah, okay, it's not working out. So
Yeah. And I'm getting like rejection is God's protection, a source's protection, spirit's protection. And I did hear very loud and clear that there is something way better for you that is far more aligned.
yeah,
Trust
yeah,
that, hold that space.
yeah, absolutely. And sometimes yeah, spirit will come in and do things like, you know, everything is going fine at the job, everything is okay, and all of a sudden, boom, you're let go. And it's a shock to the system. Like, why did that happen? Well, you had to be unemployed in order to be able to accept the position that you were meant to have.
Yep.
Whereas if you're already employed and you're working, the new position comes in and you say, oh yeah, you know what, I just started a new job, I can't just quit and whatever. So
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like opening up the bandwidth, like what Spirit did with me was like,
absolutely.
gotta leave that group for a minute so we can
Yeah,
bring through other things. My energy was so funneled into this other group that it was like we got to clear the space. So
yeah,
that feels on point.
yeah, totally,
Yeah, it's
totally. Okay,
happening. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
for you. Yeah. Oh, Hypnoticity says, I recently met my unborn son. This reading resonates deeply. Oh, between you and, yeah,
Yeah,
perfect. Perfect.
I communicate with the daughter that I lost. Yeah, we're yeah, definitely online together.
Yeah, perfect. That's wonderful. I'm so glad for you, Hypnicity, that it kind of sounds like it's a weird thing to say. I'm glad, but yeah, it was a good thing. It was a good thing. Okay. Uh, oh, perfect, Rebecca. Excellent. Go with it. Is there some other healing modality other than acupuncture to heal my headache and neck mobility?
I want to ask you, do you feel deep in your heart space that you're ready for this healing? Can she respond on your
Yeah,
thing?
please. Yeah, Patricia, can you let us know? Are you ready for the healing? Yeah, just waiting for her to respond. Oh, okay, there she is. Yeah, she says yes.
All right, my dear. Let's do it. Ra metele he mo shakata a metele he mo tela hatika a shate mo tela he mo tela hatika a ra te 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 ra metika a shature metika a shatu tu 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 tu. They're saying there was some like underlying um stuff that you carried from ra like past lives or imprints, and we're working to clear that now. Ra metela he tu 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 ra ye no so oture a shate moitela he moitela hamatik a. Ha ra a ra metea hamatika a. That's enough for now. Drink lots of water. If you can ground, like get your bare feet on the ground, that would be great. Not totally necessary, but it would be helpful. Um, expect healing, expect to be healed.
She says, my shoulders just tingled.
Mm. Ra metea shature, ah. Yeah, this is good stuff.
Absolutely.
Dear, keep
Absolutely.
me posted. Keep me posted, if you can, through the Source Healing, and my email is available there too. I'm here with
Absolutely.
you for you. And I have been involved in spontaneous remissions before. That magic is available.
Absolutely. And yeah, as I read your question, my immediate sense with it was there was a severe neck injury, and you might even have been beheaded
Mm,
at a past life, and it's the it was very unexpected, and you haven't been able to deal with the trauma of it happening.
mm.
So that's why it kind of comes up, and yeah, um, you'll be able to release it. Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
nice.
Wonderful. And someone asked, where's the join button? Okay. If you go to my main YouTube page, Heart Center Tarot, um, you will see that there is on the main page, there's a button that says join. Now, if you're on an iPhone, you won't be able to see the join button. It's not there. I don't know why, but it's not. So the other thing you can do is go down in the description of the video. If you click on it now, it'll be the top thing that you'll see to join. And I've got a link there, and you just have to click on it, and it will take you to how you join the membership and what's available and whatnot. Yeah. Alrighty. Rebecca, thank you. Thank you for spending part of your time with us. Go help hubby. Yes. Yeah, exactly, Karen. You're on an iPhone. So in that case, click in the description, and then yeah, it'll take you on there. And Sharon Syke just said you can go to the $, hit go membership, and that should take you there as well. Nice. Okay, Patricia, I hope that was helpful, because it felt really good. Yeah. Okay, Jessica Lynn, if time, may I have a message from Spirit Team regarding my spiritual journey and growth? Okay. Okay. Well, I got Epiphany again. And this is, seek clarity. So I'm just drawn to all the purple and gold that's in this picture, right? So it's like you're overthinking. You're spending so much time in your brain, in your head, that you're not paying attention to the little signs that are left along the way. You need to look down to see where the little pebbles are. They're not all up there.
Yeah. I immediately got to make yourself available. Just like create space, even if it's my friends and I do this thing where you can spend like 2 to 5 minutes a couple times a day. We were doing it every hour, 2 minutes at the top of every hour, where you just stop everything and just breathe into your heart space and make yourself available. This is magical, especially with the energy right now. We're at such heightened energy, and there's just more and more photonic light coming into the field. So just spending 2 minutes a few times a day, just getting completely empty and breathing into your heart space. There it is. Your epiphany is going to show right up. And that's that slowing down. When we slow down, it literally speeds things up in a beautiful way, right? Like, yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Thanks, Linda. Okay. To find, if you want to find the $, Lalima, you just scroll in the comments where you could see the chat. Just scroll down, and you'll see there's I think a happy face and a sticker, and yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yes, we did. We answered Jessica Lynn's question. Okay. Hold on just a second. Yeah, part of this is where we still get warnings, like smoke warnings, where I am, from all the forest fires and whatnot. And every once in a while, it grabs me. Okay. So Karen Doyle, if time, any messages about my soul purpose?
I'm getting immediately that you're here for big reasons and you don't want to know too much now because the excitement you feel when it comes in is going to be profound, and that has a ripple effect that serves. But there's more.
Okay. You are meant to live in abundance. And one of the best ways to have abundance in all areas of your life is to be grateful for it and live as if you already have it. Not, oh, I wish for. I'm grateful for the fact that I can, all my bills are paid at the end of the month. I'm grateful for whatever. Speak as if it is already there, because it is already there. Now, the card that I got, this has to do with money. Money is energy. That's all it is. It's energy. It has value that we put on it, but it's in its by itself, it's nothing. So this says find a way to abundance. And I'm telling you, be grateful before you receive it.
Mm-hmm. Be in that wish fulfilled state where
Yes.
it's like you already have it. And Spirit's saying very strongly too that everything that we ever have desired is in our own personal vortex, getting ready
Yeah.
to land as soon as we're a vibrational match. So it's already yours. You don't have to need it or want it because it already
Yeah.
is yours. You're just becoming a vibrational match to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, about your purpose, that's what you're doing. You're becoming a vibrational match to your purpose. So just
Yeah.
know that you're here for great things, you're aligned to it, and be grateful for that. And it will show up exactly when it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Not too early, not too late, exactly when it's supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you say I'm grateful for the new house that I have, your job is just to put it out there. Your job is not to try to tell spirit, I'm grateful for the new house that I have in this subdivision, with this many bedrooms and this color walls or whatnot. No, set it out there, leave it in spirit's hands. It's going to deliver to you exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Just don't tell it how to do its job.
Yeah.
Right?
And a good one too that my team taught me was like if I do want to do detailed manifestation, to do that, but then wrap it up with or something better and more aligned.
Yes. Yes,
And then you've
absolutely.
thrown out all these wonderful things, but if something better, because if what if we threw out like, oh, I want to live in that subdivision, and they're like, shoot, we were going to give her that other one on the water with the yacht. Can't
Yeah.
go do that now because she wants to live over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. This or something better. Okay. Now, hold on. We've got Linda Thompson and then Marby Gangora. And I think that will be it for questions tonight. We're already at an hour and 8 minutes. This is fantastic. Thank you, each and every one of you.
Thank you guys. This is great.
So, yeah, this is, yeah, wonderful. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, um, yeah, Lalima, I think the other questions were already sort of in the queue before you came. Um, but um, you could always try again later. And if you're interested in getting a little more information and whatnot, by all means, send me an email and I will send you all the information necessary if you wanted to book a reading with me, either 30 minutes or 1 hour. And yeah, I could answer a lot of questions in 1 hour.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So Linda Thompson says, can I change my question? Can you heal my drop foot in my right foot, please? Can you heal drop
Yes,
foot in my
indeed.
right?
You are aligned for this healing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tune in as to whether or not this is something we do right now in this moment. Yeah, we're gonna start this healing right now. And it's important for you to know that your body, your vessel, you do your own healing. It's my conviction of knowing and my connection in the light that comes through me that assists in the healing process. But you technically do your own healing. We all do our own healing. And Linda, you feel incredibly aligned to this, and your team is here. My team is here, and let's do this. Ra metele hemo shakata a metele hemo te 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 ra metele hemo shakata a metele hemo te la hana maka a ra me te a shutu ra hey amataka a ra metele hemo te mataka a shutu tu 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 ra me te shakata a Urra metela he moitela hataka a haya no ture urra motu shikata a yete moite 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 urra breathe in the light, dear. Breathe it into your foot. Urra in your ankle. Urra yete moite ata ata ature Rema ye hata ata 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 Ra yanata ashakata a Ha yete we are complete. How do you feel now?
How's it doing, Linda?
Expect miracles. Also, contact me privately and we will get together. You are aligned for this healing. Absolutely. Make no mistake. You have to believe it.
Yep.
It is done.
Like a different feeling than I've ever had, she says. Yeah.
Great. Wonderful.
Perfect.
Thanks for showing up, Linda. I look forward to connecting with you privately.
Absolutely. Alrighty. And our last question from Marby. May I have a message from the guides? Message from your guides. Okay.
Dance more. Immediately. Dance more.
Yeah. Yeah. You're laser focused on something right now, Marby, and you're focused in on it a little obsessively. So if you can take a step back and look at the situation as an observer, not as someone who is involved. Okay. And I think that you will be able to see things from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And that's going to make a whole lot of difference. So, yeah. I am going to pull a card for you.
Yeah. And there is something about this dancing. There's something about your actual physical vessel will benefit from this movement, from just movement, from moving and dancing.
Absolutely. And funny, I did shuffle the cards and I got opportunity knocks. I think that's second or third time that it's come up. So that kind of, oh, she says, I have a dance class every Thursday and Sunday.
Nice.
Perfect. Love that. So yeah, opportunity knocks, go for it. And because it's come up more than once, I'm thinking that it's sort of a message for everyone as well as the people who have asked individually. But there are opportunities to do things all around us if we're willing to be open to them and if we're willing to accept what comes in. So, um, if you're interested in, I don't know, maybe just having a little more disposable income, be creative. Be creative. Open up to things. When someone says to you, "Oh my gosh, you do such a wonderful job crocheting," like, you've made all these blankets or whatnot, you could say yes, and some of them are for sale. Things like that. Be open. Be open to yeah, to messages that come in. That's what I get.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. What a beautiful energy. This field, your community, all of y'all that are here or who are watching later, thank you, thank you, thank you for creating this space. This is amazing. Such a pleasure to be
It
here.
is. It is totally. And now that you've had a chance to um, see what Annabella does, by all means, keep checking my community page because I think I'm going to have her back. If she is willing, I think I'd like to have her
It's
back.
not up to the small self. I am at full surrender. So it's whatever spirit's got for
Yeah,
me. And I tune in
yeah.
on everything. There's not one thing that I'm like, I'm going to do that. I'm like, is this aligned? And then I wait and breathe into it, and it is or it isn't. And even at this moment, it's just, I'm waiting until that divine inspiration shows up, and then that's what we're going to do. And I am available for private sessions and healing, light language, whatever you feel called to. Um,
Yeah.
so
By
reach out.
all means, yeah. Make sure. Yeah. Thank you, Marby. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. And Karen Doyle, she said, I tried to do a super sticker too. That's okay, sweetheart. If not this time, next time. It's all good. It's all good. So, anyway, yes, thank you for spending part of your Friday with us. I will definitely have Annabella back, and make sure you go over to her channel and give her a like, share, and subscribe. And then do the same thing here. I'm about, I think, 50 some now away from 2,000.
Ooh.
Yeah, go do your stuff. Go do your stuff.
Big
Okay.
love, y'all.
Yes, absolutely. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.